Today, we are going to build 3 new LEGO Minifigure Habitats from the LEGO CMF Series 24. I already built minifigure habitats for most of the minifigures from this series. In particular, the 3 most wanted, most iconic one. I think it was a very successful series of habitats for me. We have the Conservationist here on the right, in the middle the football referee, and the robot warrior on the left side, and we are going to start from that one. So the Robot Warrior, if you follow my channel, you probably saw it already. It was one of the characters in my Space Cantina in which I was featuring all the CMF Space Series 26. Interesting character. Now, let's see what I came up here with. So my idea is to build a sort of sci-fi kind of apartment space kind of thing. So here I had an interesting base. You can see at the bottom, I have this interesting detail. This is one of those spring shooters. Let's see if I can take one out so you can see. And it can be a very useful piece of decoration for walls, even castle walls. Maybe you have dark gray and light gray. Very interesting piece. Anyway, I decided to build a sort of bed. So here I have a structure coming sideways with some brackets. I'm basing this on a picture on some images that I found on ArtStation, in more or less following that color scheme. And I have these dark gray walls and this red bed over here. I have a sort of bed lights over here coming off the side and a pillow in white over there. So this is this futuristic bed. And you can see I have some stickers here because I took apart one of my old 6-star white Ferrari Speed Champion. So I'm using those stickers to add details. This is one sticker from an avatar set, and then we have some more printed one. Now, to make this more interesting, again, I'm using the space tiles. I use them multiple times in my space series to add details. I'm gonna connect these tiles to the back side of these headlight bricks. So we just need to find the right spot, push it in, and then we have a nice starry sky at the back. Now, over on this side, I went more colorful. So I have a sort of doorway in orange, and then I have this lavender on the side. So I went a little bit back with the door so that it looks like the space is actually a little bit bigger. And I wanted to create a sort of effect with two sort of diagonal doors that close at the back. As happens sometimes for this kind of space setting. I mean, even Star Wars, you have those kind of doors that close diagonally. And I just connect these two long tiles on one stud over here and one stud over there on modified bricks. Very simple, very, very straightforward technique, but it gives a good effect over there. Now, I also decided to add this interesting blade piece that is going to slide in here and connect to the stud over there to create an interesting edge on top of the door. Initially, I thought I could use this as a sort of shelf, adding stuff over there, but then I decided to go in a different direction. Now I just need to connect the two walls, so now the habitat is nice and solid. Before we add the minifigure, I have a table. Here I have some sort of sticker, I don't know exactly from where, and the top of the table is from some Super Mario kind of characters. Now, on top, I'm gonna add this laptop that I think come from some Marvel minifigure, probably Vision if I'm not wrong. And now I'm gonna add a minifigure. This is a robot, but I don't wanna use it as a robot. So I decided to make this as a sort of human character in a sort of space fighting suit. I'm gonna add the weapon connected here at the headlight over there, so he can hang his weapon there. And over here, he can hang his helmet when he returns back to his base. I'm not gonna get this wasted. I decided to use this as a sort of potted plant kind of thing. I was thinking about other uses for this, but this is the best I came up with. Probably I could have done something better, but I think it looks well. And now I just need to add the minifigure in the middle working at his computer. And I think overall is a pretty interesting and colorful scene. Okay, let me put it up straight. Okay, there we go. I think it's a pretty interesting habitat. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. But now, right away, let's move on to the next one while we move the Robot Warrior on the side. The next one was the most difficult one, and this the referee. They come with these two big cards that I think are way too big. I don't understand why they didn't use a 1x1. And it comes with a nice football ball. This was a difficult one because initially my idea was to build a sort of locker room, because you cannot do a football field in a habitat with two walls. If you're one of my members, you will have a little bit more background information about the building process. I have a weekly vlog only for members where they can see how I come up with my idea and what I have going on. I will put a link down below if you want to check it out. Anyway, I decided to build a tunnel entrance into the pitch because this will allow me to have a sort of something that fits inside this habitat. I even thought I could do maybe something happening in the corner of the field, but then I would have to do stands with supporters. Very, very difficult. So I built everything sideways with all these triangular like corner tiles. So this basically is the football pitch, and this is going to be the tunnel entrance. And here we have a couple of sponsors on the side. This is the structure for the tunnel. Some supports in the center. This is going to connect over here, like so. We have space for minifigures. Of course, I'm going to add the referee on these two studs over here. Maybe I should have added the minifigure before I add the top, but anyway. For the footballer, I have these two that I put together. This is from a minifigure from the series 25, the gamer, for which I made an habitat as well. I changed the headpiece for both minifigures, and I put different minifigure ends because they have long pants, so I thought they couldn't be football players. Then I decided that they're going to be the goalkeepers because they might wear the long pants. So the first in line in entering the field are going to be the goalkeeper, which makes sense. By the way, I would have wanted to do this better because actually I'm a football coach. So, but anyway, I don't have football minifigure in my collection, so we can give the ball to the referee. And this is the view, basically the referee at the front with the line of the two players coming into the field. Now, on the side, I just built these two little structures that are just going to be over there to close that. Now, I have another structure that go all around it. I decided to go with the color scheme red and black, that are the color of AC Milan, that is my favorite team. And but it doesn't match the colors of the players. But anyway, they are the goalkeeper, so it might work somehow. Again, I'm using some of the stickers from that Ferrari that I parted out, so I make good use of those. And you can see here, I have to use all these rounded bricks, because if I use the square one, then they would clash with this one. Anyway, this is perfect because it helped me to hold this together without falling off. The backside is, of course, a little bit weird, but if you put this in a stack of habitats, then everything will be blocked over there. Now, I have a couple more additions. Here at the front, I'm going to add the trophy. Sometimes, when you play a final, they walk into the field and the trophy is there at the front. I didn't use the big minifigure trophy because it was too big, so I built one with just a couple of golden pieces, and I decided to add the one supporter over there on top. So imagine here we have the stands, and here we have a supporter over here, moving the flag that has, in this case, the colors of the minifigure on the right side, and is moving the flag here. It's probably a bit cold, maybe it's in winter. And this is also an exclusive minifigure, an exclusive torso from the LEGO Playday. But anyway, not a point of this video. Potentially, you can even add an additional minifigure, maybe a photographer or something, at the front, taking picture of the teams entering into the stadium. Not too happy about this, but at least I managed to do something for the referee that was not easy. I'm much more happy about the Conservationist. Anyway. I guess it's a zookeeper. Here we have a very nice koala, one of those very nice Lego animals. By the way, all these minifigures, I want to display them. I have a very beautiful 80 minifigure display case. At the moment, this is only available in Singapore. If you are a resident in Singapore, I will put a link down below. There is a promo code. You can go and check out this beautiful display case. I will upload something in the future. Probably I have some ideas on how to customize my display, but I will keep you updated in the future about that. Anyway, for this, I have a sort of zoo enclosure kind of thing. So I have a raised part on the back. You can see I'm using this dark tan slope, some greenery over there. And this is the area where we're gonna have our koala and our worker over here. So I decided to build up a tree in dark orange. Here is where we're going to connect the koala. This piece that comes with the minifigure also I'm going to add it over here to add a little bit of color. And this is where we're going to connect our koala. We can complete the wall since we are already there. Very simple and very straightforward. I have the blue sky, a little bit of green at the back to, for me actually it's just not to waste too many of these, is it medium blue I guess, or dark azure, I'm not too sure, because I'm always running out of this for my habitat, so that helped me to fill that gap behind. Here I'm using a bracket to come off with another branch. The idea is to create some kind of eucalyptus kind of tree, so they go very tall with a lot of leaves over at the top, and then another one over here with another branch coming at the front. I think it's a pretty interesting look. Now, I have this because I wanted to make it look like a zoo, so here I have a sort of information banner where we can get the information about the koala over here. I'm gonna add this couple of sort of branch pieces. They're gonna connect over here, and then I'm just gonna sit on top a bar, like so. And this will allow me to separate the public, and here we can have a minifigure in this case over there watching the show. By the way, I had some of my viewers suggesting me to make habitats for different animals, so I could do some kind of zoo kind of stack with different enclosure. Let me know in the comments if it's something that you might be interested. Maybe I might do some more enclosure to add to this one and create a nice animal stack. By the way, before I go, I want to show you an interesting technique that I forgot to show you earlier, and it comes with this build over here. So over here at the top, I need to remove this to show you. You can see I have these slopes coming downwards, and over here are coming upwards. So how did I turn the stars from top to bottom? Is using this technique over here. Hopefully you can see well on camera. So basically we have one headlight brick like this, another headlight brick coming sideways, and they connect perfectly with that little edge. And then you can add on top a 1x1 stud. And then you can use a Technic brick with the hole 1x1. In this case, you can have studs at the top, studs at the bottom, and this is the thickness of 3 plates, okay? So this is basically what I have here. I have studs at the bottom, studs at the top, and this is just going to connect over there. These plates on top help me to keep then everything connected properly. I forgot to show you earlier, so I decided to show you that now. By the way, this week is going to be Vigne week, so there's going to be a lot of building, every day a new vignette. If you want to have more updates about that, follow my Instagram, I will link down below, or you can follow my membership because they have a regular status update on all my building. And then of course, along the way, then in the future, I will show you all my vignettes in some future video on the channel. If you want to watch something now, of course, if you miss it, I recommend you to go and watch my space habitat from not long ago. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.